Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to go ahead and give you some affirmations that you can be using to manifest your desires, okay? So I'm just gonna get straight into it. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the first affirmation here. My success and manifestations are inevitable. You guys, the law is perfect. It works. I've tried and tested this so many times and it doesn't even matter what method I use. I still got my manifestations. I still got people to reflect things back to me verbatim. I still got the exact thing that I wanted, okay? Or the exact outcome that I wanted just because I persisted. And let me tell you something, whatever you think will help you get to that thing is what's gonna work. Because I see a lot of people, claim to be into law of assumption, and then they'll say certain things like, oh, well, it only worked when I detached, or I had to detach, or I had to stop thinking of them, or the thing for it to come in. And that's because that's what they assumed would happen. Even law of attraction people who abide by that, it's their assumption that that works. So law of assumption, again, is the law. Whatever you assume will work, will work. If you think the law of attraction will work, it'll work. If you think that thinking about your desires will help you get to your desires, um more, or more efficiently, that's what's going to work. Okay, so for a lot of you, if you don't want to stop thinking about that thing, then just say oh, the more I think about that thing, the closer I get to my manifestations. The more I think of SP, the more SP thinks of me. And I think that's fine. You don't have to stop thinking about them for them to come back. You don't have to stop thinking about your desires to want it, because trust when I say there were certain things that I wanted that I never let go of, that I never stopped desiring, that I never stop thinking about or detach from, that I still got. I know I give this example on my channel a lot, but for example, my luxury apartment. Okay, I live in New York City in Manhattan. Um, I wanted a luxury apartment, and I had very, very specific things that I wanted in this apartment, and I wanted it at a certain time because I remember this was 2022. We were supposed to go back into the office for work, right? Return to work. And I needed my apartment at a certain time because we were supposed to go back at a certain month, and I wanted to be in that apartment for at least a month before I went back. And I manifested my apartment in time. And it's pretty hard. It's pretty hard. I shouldn't say this, but if you've ever apartment hunted in New York, you know that it takes work, you know that it takes a lot of searching, being proactive, talking to a lot of people. And I got my apartment without even entering the city. I didn't even have to look at apartments. I did it all through video, FaceTime, email, and I got my apartment. I got the exact price that I wanted. Everything went through, the paperwork went through, and I'm in my dream apartment, in my dream location, with everything that I wanted. The thing is, I never let go of that desire. I never stopped wanting this apartment. I was still searching. I was still searching until I signed the deal on this lease. Until I signed the lease, I was still looking for. I mean, I wasn't really looking for other apartments, but to the moment I had the desire, till the moment, from the moment that I had the desire to the moment I signed the lease, I never stopped wanting it. I never stopped thinking about it. I didn't detach from it. Okay, that makes no sense because I needed a place to live. Do you think I'm going to detach from that, right? And the same thing goes for anything else, even your SP. The only detachment you have to do is release the resistance and release anything that's preventing you from getting your desires. And sometimes that resistance can look like limiting beliefs. It is a huge limiting belief to think that oh, you know, it, it only works if you stop thinking of them. It only works if you stop wanting them. And that's not true, because I manifested my SPs when I still wanted them. I wasn't obsessing over them, and I didn't put them on the pedestal. I did take them off the pedestal a lot, but it's I still wanted them, and they came back. They came back. And multiple SP. Some of them were romantic, some of them were more in my social network, professional network. And it's I wanted to hear things, certain things from these certain people, and they reflected that back to me verbatim. And I never stopped having the desire. The only thing I did differently than before was focus on my self concept. When you focus on your self concept, you'll automatically find yourself feeling a little bit more relaxed, at peace, calm. You'll still think of them, you'll still want them, but it won't be as obsessive. And that's why I really, really preach self concept on this channel. Okay, when you do self concept, it automatically takes your desires off the pedestal. Even if you don't believe it, even if you still feel anxious, you guys, saying certain things has more power than you know it. Robotic affirming is extremely powerful. Even if you were to just robotically affirm one self-concept affirmation, it doesn't even matter which one. Even just saying I'm a queen and goddess and always treated like royalty. I always love giving that affirmation on my channel, that example on my channel. I'm magnetic, irresistible, irreplaceable. I'm always fully loved, valued, pursued. I'm always chosen. Or even just saying I'm the opera and my reality, my succession, my manifestations and success is inevitable, or they are inevitable. Like, just pick one affirmation, loop it throughout the day when in doubt. Okay. And if you find yourself like stressing about that thing, like, oh my gosh, like, I'm scared that like this thing is like completely out of my reach. I'm scared that SPs with the 3P and like things are moving along fast. It doesn't matter, you guys. Like, people have like broken off their engagements. Okay, they were like engaged, and like they realized like this is not the right person for me. This is not the right fit. I don't know if you guys ever watched like Emily in Paris. Spoiler alert, for the last season, someone ends up breaking off their engagement. If you watch the show, maybe you know why, but it literally does not matter. Circumstances do not matter. Okay, you can still get that job even if all the positions have been filled. Trust when I say the universe is literally like orchestrating things for you to get what you want. Like, things are moving and shifting behind the scenes for you to get what you want. And when I say the universe, I mean, your subconscious mind, whatever you believe in. The minute you have that desire, things move, people move, things shift for you to get what you want. Everything is working for you to get what you want. You just have to tap into that within yourself. You just have to realize that I can get what I want. It's easy for me to get what I want. It doesn't have to take a long time for me to get what I want. A little, okay, I don't really like complaining, but one pet peeve of mine is when I see people say things like it's not working. It is always working. It's the minute you say it's not working, then yeah, it is going to like delay your manifestations a little bit more. But I'll see people like, oh, I haven't, right? Like, I haven't seen any movement. That's because they're not tapped into seeing movement. Okay. There's always movement going on. That's why I do recommend looking for signs. I do like angel numbers. I do wholeheartedly believe in like, manifest or like having certain signs in your mind associated with the desire that you want, just so like you can prove to yourself that your manifestations are working. And I don't think you're just looking for signs when you manifest. I think, like, me personally, that has helped me, kind of like not lose motivation in my manifestations. That has kept me on track. There are certain angel numbers that I look for regarding certain manifestations. Okay, like 444, I look for when it comes to love. 222, I associate that with like career and money. Like, just really any angel numbers. Or there's like certain pink cars, purple cars, like neon cars, like certain like things that I see on billboards that have to do with the thing that I'm manifesting. Like, I'll see like people's initials, or like the initials of the thing, or whatever SP that I like. It helps SP or thing that I wanted. Yeah, sorry. Sometimes I need to like learn how to finish my sentences, but it definitely does help me keep myself like focused and motivated. And yeah, it's a great way to help you not like doubt yourself, to not think that things are not working, to like prevent you from like feeling really sad and down and miserable. So I think, like, if you want to look for signs, go ahead and do that, but do something. Okay, do something, say something, affirm something that will prove to you that your manifestations are working, because it's you against you. It's your subconscious mind versus your subconscious mind or your logical mind. Okay, it's not about anything else. It's not about changing anyone else, anything else. It's not about manipulating the 3D. It's about you getting what you want by just thinking from that perspective. A lot of these people that are not seeing movement, trust when I say there probably is a lot of movement going on. They're just not paying attention to it. They're just oblivious to it because they haven't, their affirmations haven't like saturated, or they're spending too much time focusing on, the lack. I don't even like saying lack, because I think lack doesn't even exist, because things start shifting and moving the minute you start affirming for them. That is literally like how quantum physics works. Like, in the quantum realm, the minute you declare something, it's already happened. Okay, so that's something you have to tell yourself. And it's like, if you find yourself noticing lack or not seeing movement, just say, I have it right now. I have my desires right now. It helps so much. Okay, just get into the habit of saying that, and you will like reframe your neural pathways, you'll rewire your brain, and you will get every single thing that you want instantly. Okay, so it's a matter of you just kind of being there for yourself, catching yourself in these periods of like feeling demotivated. And I understand that. I have been there. Okay, I've been through like a lot of what you guys are going through. I know like it sucks like when you're applying and interviewing for jobs and like you're just not hearing anything back. You have to just tell yourself like, I'm rejection proof. Because I know like a lot of people work for companies that are like recession proof. They haven't been laid off. because their self-concept when it comes to, like, their job financial stability is very high. And that's exactly what you have to say. My self-concept when it comes to insert thing that you're trying to manifest is high, it's solid. My self-concept when it comes to love and relationships is solid. My self-concept when it comes to money is solid. And rejection doesn't exist. Just even if you do get rejected, just tell yourself, like, no, I've never been rejected, or it's redirection, or it's just helping me, find an even better job. It's like, do whatever you got to do to, like, make yourself, like, realize that your efforts are not going to waste. Nothing is futile. Like, everything you're doing is leading you to where you want to be. Okay, who knows, like, a job that rejected you before, like, they'll literally email you like, oh, sorry, that was an accident, that was, meant for someone else, or something like that. There's a glitch in the system. Sometimes it happens that, like, a company sends out like mass emails, and they're just like, wait, no, I didn't mean this. Okay, so don't take it too personally, and don't operate from the past. Okay, it's like, even if you've been rejected in the past, in whatever way, shape, or form, in love and relationships, and career life, that you're not the past. The past is not in the room with us right now. That's like my new favorite, like, phrase, is the past in the room with us right now. So don't operate from the past. You're a new person every day. You're like, you're reborn every single day. And even like the future, they're just potentialities. The only moment that is real, the only moment that exists right now, is the present. And what matters is what you do in the present moment. So you have to get out of that, like, victim mentality, victim mindset, victim state, whatever. It doesn't help. It doesn't help. You're not a victim. Okay, everything that's happened is, like, working for your highest good. You just have to make the conscious decision to be in your abundant timeline at all times. I'm in my most abundant timeline. I always experience so much abundance. I always have everything I want right now. My love life, my career life, it's all perfect. It's safe for me to have these desires. Ooh, I just got a notification. It's safe for me to have everything I want. I trust that I can get everything I want. I trust that I give myself the things that I want. I think for a lot of us, it really is the safety part. Like, we're scared that if we have something, it'll go away. And I used to feel that too, but there are a lot of things that I manifested that stayed in my life just because I continued to do self-concept. Like, even for my job, like, I have it, I'm like safe, and I know that, like, my financial stability is something that I'm always gonna have. Like, my self-concept when it comes to that is, like, so steadfast that I don't even feel weird things. I don't feel like I'm jinxing it by saying it, because that's how confident I am. Okay, within, like, my self-concept when it comes to that thing. And I know that I'll be happy. I know that, I'll always be abundant, because yeah, I like work on this every day. I express gratitude for the things that I have, even, like, my relationships, my friendships, like, whatever happens, I know that at the end of the day, I'm meant to be happy. I'm meant to have my end goal, whatever that is, whatever specific thing I'm manifesting for. And anything that happens in the middle is the bridge of incidents. It is never the end. Even if your 3D is going the opposite, that is the bridge of incidents that is leading you to where you want to be. Okay, I'm not saying purging has to exist. You can completely get rid of, like, the belief that purging exists, because I do think it's a limiting belief. But you know you have to tell yourself at that moment, like, okay, this is purging. There's, weird energy being cleared out, so that, like, newer, better energy can come in. If you're spiritual, or if you're a little bit more logical, think of it as, like, your old mindset, your past experiences, your negative past experiences completely leaving, and this new person that you are, the new, more confident version of yourself you are, is replacing that. Okay, but as much as you can, don't try to, like, dwell too much in the past and the hurt. Okay, because that is all an illusion. At the end of the day, you know anything that isn't, like, love, anything that isn't, like, what you want to experience, it's all fake. Don't accept the 3D that isn't what you want. And trust when I say everything can be perfect. Your 3D can be perfect. I have, like, had, like, months and months of my life pass by where, like, things were just completely perfect. I was content. It is possible to feel that way. And trust when I say that, like, I have, like, gone through, like, the worst depths of, like, depression and anxiety and all that. So I've been there. I know a lot of you may have gone through that, and it's like, I don't feel that anymore. Do I have some bad days? Yes, but it's like, I've never felt that, like, dark night of the soul, ever since I, like, started consistently manifesting. I also know that if things do go wrong, if things do, like, don't work out the way that I wanted to, that's just the middle that's going to lead me to where I want to be. And that's what you have to tell yourself. Okay, so yeah, it's like, just wait until your full manifestation comes in. Trust in your abilities. Know that your manifestations are inevitable. The minute you had that manifestation, it's gonna come in. It has no choice but to come in. That is the law. Okay, but anyways, I will end the video right here. I really hope this helps. I do want to let you know that I offer manifestation coaching, also custom make subliminals, and I do in-depth tarot readings as well. So if you're interested in any of these services, check out the description box below where you can sign up for them. And yeah, I intend that every single person watching this gets their manifestations. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. And yeah, I will see you all next time. Thank you so much for watching.